Oh, there is a bit of sun breaking out over the valley, if you can sort of see. So it mightn't be a terror. It has sort of broken in and out today, the sun. So it'll be quite interesting to see how.
So we don't have our stopwatch today, unfortunately, Aiden. So we can't tell you how long in the quarter's gone, but it's up on the scoreboard. But umpire lofts the ball in the air, and Aiden Miller will get you underway for the first quarter here at Emerald.
And we're underway, and getting the tap down there was Hoy for Emerald. And it's locked up in the centre, and as often as you see it, it's take two in the centre. So Hoy going up against his opponent in McDermott. No clear position here for either side. Trying to pick it up at ground level was Pedder. And once again, it's going to be balled up. So slow start to this game already. A couple of stoppages. Hoy to go up against McDermott once again. Hoy got the jump over McDermott and a free kick here. Going to that man, Jake Pedder, who's going to put them inside 50. A bit of an up and under ball, bit of an interesting one. Chin's there. Chin has taken the mark. So a good start already here for Emerald. And Paddy Chin, the leading goal scorer for the Bombers, will line up from about 45 metres out on about a 45-degree angle.
Has to be said for the benefit of Leo, if he's listening, they are kicking to the Gembrook end.
Yes, they are kicking to the Gembrook end of the ground here, Emerald, and this will be just the start that the Bombers would want to this game, just to break some of the nerves. Paddy Chin, right from the arc of 50, it looks pretty good. Has it got the carry? Yes, it has, and the Bombers are off the mark. First goal of the day going to Paddy Chin. Scores here at Emerald, 1-0-6 to Belgrave, yet to score. We've been going 1.5 minutes into the first quarter, Liam.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he got all of it, did Paddy Chin. Wearing the long sleeves today. Great day for it. A few of them out there in the longies. Yeah,
don't blame them. A bit cold out there at the moment.
Well, my hands are a bit cold, Aiden. What about you? Look at that purpley colour.
Getting a little bit purple, almost matching the navy of our
great jackets. Yeah, indeed. All back in the middle. What can be done here? Belgrave need to reply early. Could say Hoy maybe a block there. Not 100% sure because he was tunnelled underneath the football there. But Belgrave are going to go forward here. Going to get it to the edge of their 50. But getting him out of trouble pretty quickly there. That time was Webb. Another one in the long sleeves. Kicks it out wide. A few players coming in from the side. One of them was Wensley for Belgrave, who put a fist on. Here's Webb again. They're going to go backwards to go forwards this time. Here's Lang on the half-back flank. And he'll go sideways to Ellison. So Ellison, they're chipping the ball around at the moment, Aiden. Just getting some good possession of the football here.
I think it was actually Josh Webb who kicked that goal now that I see he's got the long sleeves and not Paddy Chin.
Well, I've given... Oh, yeah, you're probably right, actually. Yeah, we'll give... Who'd you say? Lang?
No, it was Webb.
Webb
who kicked the goal.
I'll give the call to you for a second, Aiden.
That's
Sorry.
right. So ball here in the hands of Cal Sterling, who just has to wait for a moment. Kick smothered. That's not the result that Belgrave would have wanted. Soccer off the ground. Here is Paddy Chin chasing after the ball, but with the leg speed there and got the wheels going was Ryan Hurst. Chin eventually got the handball back to Thomas. Thomas puts them inside 50. Not a bad kick. Burst straight through the hands. Now they might be able to get the ball away here, though, Belgrave. And they do that okay. No, that's not a bad kick.
They got room out here if they can get it past.
Harmon sockers the ball along the ground and couldn't quite get to it in time. It was Aaron Johns, and it'll be thrown back into play. So interesting there for Belgrave. A couple of fumbles, but stoppage on the wing, not the worst result. So it's thrown back into play now. Hoy with front position, but McDermott won the tap. Did that pretty well. Bit of a tackle there without any contact with the ball. Hoy, handball, back to Webb. Webb kicking forward, a bit of a dangerous one there to Coley Hole. Eventually, getting the ball under control was Gross. Long kick. Can someone take a mark? No, not quite. What's going to happen here now? Might have got a bit of a push there, was Gnorak. And now coming out with the ball here is Van Haren. Has a kick towards goal. It's not going to work out. I think it's bounced into the behind post. In the end it has. So, entry throw in the forward pocket here for Emerald. Not a terrible result. And it'll be thrown back into play.
Yeah, Lockie Kronorak. We got told the correct pronunciation before the game, but I've already forgotten it. So, Baldergram, Pedder had it, lost it, was tackled without it. Flying shot on goal across the face. Didn't see who kicked it. Aiden, I don't think you did either, as the ball just tumbles its way onto a Toyota.
It looked like it was Pedder.
Okay, so we'll give Pedder the benefit of the doubt and give him the score. 20-year-old lad, Jake Pedder, has had a really, really good season and led the Bombers from the front. And Belgrave going to come out of fullback here this time from Kavara. So we're just waiting for him to come out now. He's going to opt to go to the hill side, as Leo calls it here. Good fist away there that time before Hansen can mark the ball. Handball over the top went from Carazoni, and the ball goes inside 450 in the direction of Chin. He couldn't bring it down. Johns puts his body over the football to try and lay a tackle. Sprules was also in there, non-officiating umpire, out of zone I should say, has pinned out a free kick to the Magpies. And they'll bring the ball out wide, and they could be out here because the mark has been taken by Wood. Is that a good year? Wood. Brave kick, tell you what. Standing underneath it there that time, it looked like Donadell couldn't quite bring the ball down to ground. Now it comes out the back. Here's Donadell. He's fallen over. Pretty opportune time. Here's Petter. Petter sends one a little bit of a hospital ball. Made his team have to wait for it. A little bit of collateral damage behind the football there for the Bombers. Someone very slow to get to his feet, and it is that man, Jordan Donadell, as they've still got the ball inside forward 50, and as soon as I say that, a free kick has been pinned for holding the ball, and it's going to Noah Van Haren, Aiden.
Yep. So Van Haren will line up from probably a similar spot to Josh Webb. Just a slightly better angle, though. And he's going to handball to a teammate here. This is Lockie Hoy, who loads up from 50 metres, just across the face, and it's a behind. So 1-2-8 playing Emerald yet to score. Lockie Hoy just with the one behind there. And ball to be brought back into play now. And it looks like it'll be John Cavara who will have those duties. So just assessing options up ahead here, Cavara. He'll opt to go to the outer side of the ground here. So loads up in the left boot, long kick to a pack. Hoy's there, couldn't quite snaffle the mark. They might still make this work though. Here's Petter, tries to get through, got a handball away. Now it goes back to a teammate here in Gijanovic. And the ball's thumped forward here, so there might be a chance here, Belgrave, but it's Emerald with the numbers. Ball was knocked forward, couldn't keep his feet there, was Wood. And the ball just going to trickle over the boundary line right in front of the scoreboard and right in front of the Karsha sign. So boundary throw in.
Got yourself a Karsha yet, Aiden?
No, I haven't. I might have to get one, though, just to wash the deck back at home. It's one of the requirements of our landlord, is just to make sure that deck is kept in tip-top shape. Anyway, ball thrown back into play. Hoy won the tap down. Just getting the ball under his control was Lang. Lang got a handball out to a teammate. It's that man in Karasonyi. Lang again, a long kick up the line. Good mark. Is that a mark taken? Yes, it is. Umpire's happy to pay it. I think that's Mitch Thomas with the ball there. Just kick goes in, ball to Collie-Hole. And Collie-Hole, and they're away here, Emerald. That's not a bad kick here. Webb did that beautifully. Handball back to a teammate here. This is Karasonyi. And just weaving through there. That was pretty well done there by Donadell. Here's Webb, who's already kicked one this afternoon. Puts the ball up. And not the greatest kick, although they get the ball to ground here to Emerald. And now Belgrave, eventually Cavara gets a bit of a kick away. Running onto it is Boundy. And the ball trickles out of bounds, and it's going to be thrown back into play here, Liam.
Yeah, just checking some live AFLW scores. Aiden, Western Bulldogs lead Port Adelaide by an even goal. Geelong lead Fremantle by 8. Probably an omen for things early on. And the punters rejoice once again as Mr. Brightside salutes at Moonee Valley. So if you're following me in today, you're making fortunes already. Yeah. Ball off the half-back flank here this time. Belgrave are a chance if they can just burst through the tackle. That's holding the ball, and it is. Free kick to Emerald as a big, thick black cloud just hovers over this here at the moment. Here's Collie-Hole, who had to get it on the half volley, goes out wide, solid mark. That is that man, Rich, who played with a very good intent last week, had a presence on the ball everywhere. Poor manning of the mark allows Kronorak a chance to have a shot on goal. It's across the face, through for a behind. And 1-3 now plays, no score. And we've gone 8 minutes in the first quarter.
Also, if you're a cricket fan out there, Zimbabwe 5 for 81 in pursuit of Australia's 141. So Liam reckons the Aussies stuffed. I think the Aussies might be able to knock over the Zimmers, but we'll have to see what happens. Anyway.
Ball out wide, Aiden. Yeah, thank you very much for that update. That's been played up at Riverway Stadium in Townsville at the moment. Ball out of bounds for a throw-in in front of the scoreboard outer side. Belgrave need a goal, you feel, Aiden, as we've entered the 10th minute of play, and it's dropped a degree, to be honest. Ball back in, slung in. Hit out of the ruck there that time. I'll give it to Noy. Had to work its way at the back. I think that was Carazoni, it was, who just tried to get a little bit away. Free kick going the way of Belgrave. And here's their best chance yet to salute on the scoreboard as that ball is high inside forward 50. 2-on-1 here favouring Emerald. And it comes out the back to the favour of Ellison, and Ellison gives it to a teammate who kicks it out to the broadcast side and finds Donders. Donders falls over. Keep your feet, son. Goes short. Oh, it's a good kick too. Donders to a teammate who gave it off to Thomas, and Thomas goes for a run, kicks in the direction of Rich. Rich gets rid of his opponent, and that's going to go out of bounds, unfortunately, for a boundary throw-in. Just to the left of the Belgrave interchange bench, in front of one of the only two light towers here left at the moment at Emerald. And they'll get those light towers back soon enough. Ball about to be thrown back in. Is so now. 10 minutes, 15 gone first quarter. Throw in favoured Noy heavily. Off to Petter, off to Carazoni. Carazoni dragged to the ground nearly with the football. Handballed over the top to Seskis, one of the young brigade. Handball over the top to White, who sets sail for home. And it's across the face through for a behind. 1-4-10, now plays no score. 11 gone, first quarter. Zayden scribbling in the book. I'll continue it just for a second, and then the kick into Johns was good. Johns plays on now, opts to use the highway, otherwise known as the middle of the ground, but there's a little bit of road traffic there as juggling the ball there was Gross. Comes out the back, kick smothered off the boot of Facey. Ball to ground, good tackle there on Hamilton, not going anywhere. Umpire calls for it. Right, smack bang in the middle of the freshly marked centre square.
That's it, so essentially a centre bounce here. They've managed to time that pretty well. The ball tapped down that time by McDermott. And kick going out wide here, so this could work out here for Emerald. With the ball in hand, here's Gijanovic. He just goes inboard with that kick. And that finds that man there, Donadell. So just waiting a moment here, Jordan Donadell. Now he goes wide. And hits up Gottschalk. And just chipping the ball around here at the moment. Van Rossen with the ball now. Loads up on the right boot. Who's going to take the mark here? No one. It spills to ground. They get a bit of a handball out here. There's that man Webb who kicked the goal earlier. And that's a pretty good tackle laid here. And going to get a free kick here, Belgrave. So they've done that pretty well. Good defensive pressure. So what can they get moving off half-back here? Long kick to the outer side.
Ooh,
not a very good one. Out of bounds on the full, it looks. So Emerald are going to get the ball back. This is Ty Ellison. Just goes with a short option to Donadell. Donadell, they're going to switch it here, so that's a really good kick here. It opens up Hansen. Hansen's just got to wait for options to come up to him. He decides to go wide to Webb. That kick, probably not the best, but Webb might make it work. He does. Handballs out to a teammate here. This looks like Thomas. No, it's not. It's Lockie Hoy. Long kick into the forward pocket here. Can someone take a mark? Or couldn't quite take it cleanly. Was White. And the boundary umpire said you juggled it over. White's signing up for the mark. The boundary umpire...
Field umpire might overrule here.
The boundary umpire signalled out of bounds, so...
Oh.
Yep. No, that's fair enough. It did look like he juggled it.
I'm not going to argue with you, Aiden.
No, that's
you were the boundary umpire out of the two of us.
Yeah, I was. No, well, the boundary umpire signalled it, so White was trying to claim it. Anyway, it's thrown back into play. Bit of a flat throw-in. What's going to happen here? The ball's knocked out. Running onto it. That time
the ball.
Rich, and it's holding the ball, and advantage is going to be taken here. Trying to get around his opponent there was Seskis. Couldn't quite make it work. And it's all locked up at half forward here for Emerald.
It is indeed, Aiden. They've dominated play this first quarter, but, gee, for only one goal. Interesting to say the least at the moment as the ball's been thrown back up in the air, clears itself at the time being, works its way towards the pocket. No one in real control of the football. Krenorak was sort of held to the ground and couldn't quite get his hands free on the football. Donadell now picking up the football. Great smother off the boot. Affected the kick majorly there, gone out of bounds for a throw-in. As Aiden's just looking downstairs, probably in the general direction of the canteen, looking forward to his chips and gravy, of course.
Yeah, they do pretty good chips and gravy here at Emerald.
Ball out of the ruck. McDermott hit it out. Didn't go down to one of his teammates, although the ball comes out the back loosely. Went to Noy, who gave off a handball, but that found no one except just the tumbling ball going out the back in the direction of some of the Emerald players waiting for it behind the football. Now here's a chance for them once again. Here's Hansen. Hansen over to Gross. Gross will go inside forward 50. Need a mark here, but reinforcements arrive for Belgrave and spoil the ball away, and it's gone out of bounds in the general direction of the waiting cars who are situated quite nicely there, Aiden, in the forward pocket.
You know, it's funny, Liam, whenever I get chips and gravy, Leo always steals one chip, but he always avoids the gravy, would you believe? I reckon...
Leo?
Yeah, he does. Always avoids the gravy. Now, I reckon if there's chips and gravy on offer, you got to get the gravy
I thought that was an unwarranted drive-by to me for a second.
No, it wasn't.
You've given him one when he's not here. Ball up in the ruck once again. Umpire pays hold on the ball, and it's a free kick to the Bombers here at the hang-up. And it looks like it's going to go to Noah Van Haren. It is. He's kicked the one behind on the afternoon, if I'm not mistaken. No, he kicked it out of bounds. It bounced just short. That's right. So this is for Emerald's second, and to extend the margin out to 16 points.
They've got to take their opportunities here, Liam, because inaccuracy cost them last week. And
2-7 last week in the first quarter, Aiden, as Van Haren's kick's on the way. Oh!
Just snuck through for a point.
Gee, I thought we had a pretty good view of that. We need the arc. I reckon that might have snuck through.
Oh, goal umpire's right there. We've got to back him in. It's hard to say. It might have just drifted back after it crossed, but anyway, the ball's going to be brought back into play here for Belgrave. So 1-5. So Emerald having troubles in front of goal once again. Who's going to get the mark here? Thomas almost snaffled it out the back. Getting a handball clear there was Johnston for Belgrave. And a free kick here for a sling, and it might actually go downfield here. So good opportunity here for Belgrave. They've got to get the ball moving quickly here. So this is Matthews. That kick not very good though. Emerald with all the numbers here. Although this could work out okay here for Wood, but he's put under pressure there by Ellison. Getting through there that time was Hanson. That could be ball, and it's a free kick here for the Maggies. And it's that man, Jaden Wood. And pretty open pocket here, so he should be able to back himself with a drop punt, only from about 25 metres out. So, given the opportunity here, Belgrave. Emerald having kicked straight, and this will bring it back under a goal. And that kick's right across the face. And could work out here. There's all soccer off the ground. And that was by Nathan Dawson, but he just couldn't quite put it through the middle, and it's one behind. So Belgrave with their first score of the afternoon, a solitary behind, 1-5-11. Play 0-1-1, and they're in a bit of trouble here, Emerald, but they might be able to make this work. That's a great kick out to Lockie Hoy. That was very nice, and Hoy opens him up through the middle. Beautifully done there to Webb. Webb played on, put himself under pressure, but Donadell's away now. Again, put himself under pressure. Didn't have a left boot to go to. Really good kick, though, to Webb. Webb onto the left, wide to the pocket. Does it pitch inside? Doesn't look like it. Van Drumpos says out in the full, and they've turned it over, Emerald.
Sorry, Aiden. Belgrave now. 5-93, the Zimbabwean sides. Just in the cricket update. Get some AFLW in a moment. They come down the line. A few players waiting for the fall of the ball. And now it comes out the back. Oh, here's a chance. Pemberton all by himself. You can go here, Pem. He does. Kick was smothered off the boot. Probably not what he wanted. Wood will get the footy. Wood gets around one, gets a handball free. This is Domansky, and he's wrapped up by two. And he's been pinfolding the ball, Aiden, as with your cheeky smile on your face. You liked that. Ball out wide. Here's Rich.
Bit of an inside joke there, Verd. I'll remind you of at quarter time. But anyway, the ball comes out wide here. This is Collie Hole. Long kick out to the wing. This looks like Hanson with the ball now. Short kick. Works out pretty well. And in ball with the kick. That's a nice one to Webb. Webb out wide to a teammate here. Really good kick. Chins there. Just over his head. Didn't get a free kick. And the ball back into the middle of the ground. That's a beautiful kick there that time. And now the ball's in the hands of Daniel Noy. Noy, the kick not very good though. Couldn't quite take the mark. Was Lang. Out the back was Ellison. And getting a kick away was Gottschalk, but Pemberton's there. Handball back to a teammate. No smother. Wood. And that was Dawson. Wood. Straight into the man there in Ellison. Now with ball in hand is Facey. Facey somehow picked out the one Emerald player in two. The Belgrave fans want ball, and they're not going to get it. And it's going to be balled up.
Weren't happy, were they, Aiden?
No, they weren't happy at all, so it's balled up about 25 metres out from goal. Dawson won the tap. Here's Wood, and that ball just trickles out of bounds, and it's going to be thrown back into play. So pretty low-scoring game here at the moment. Emerald have had plenty of opportunities. Hasn't really been Belgrave's end of the ground, and it goes right over the top of everyone. There's Petter, who had to wait for the ball to get to ground. Burrows through, got a bit of high contact, and eventually the free kick's paid, Liam.
Yeah, it is indeed, Aidan. AFLW scores. Bulldogs by a goal. Geelong by 9 points. Both nearing half-time, if not at half-time. Here's a chance out wide for Cully Hull. Cully Hull hits up his teammate. Looked like Zescas. Here's a chance. Now that time for Kronorak. And he registers a score. Second behind for him. Emerald 6th. They kicked 2-7 in the first quarter last week, Aidan. They find themselves at 1-6 at the moment. As Belgrave bring it out of defence. I think we've just about entered time on. Yep, Aidan's just brought up the clock. Nearly 20 gone. That's a nice mark there by Donders. So Donders are looking, surveying, kicking now. Inside 50. It was a pretty good kick, and that's a strong mark. Probably not as excited as what if I should have been there for actually how good of a mark it actually was. It was a good sit, good read, and it's Lockie Hoy with the mark, who just deserves he deserves a goal for the mark, to be honest.
He does.
So Hoy from right on the arc, he'll kick. He's on his approach now. The kick is on the way, and he's missed.
Gee, they just can't get it right in front of goal here, Emerald. That's another second behind for Lockie Hoy as well, and 1 goal 7. Could be. Imagine if you'd flip that around, Liam. 7 goals 1, it'd be
start the car already.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
We'd be in the car. It'd be halfway down the hill.
Yep. So it's going to be brought back into play here. It's that man Kavara. He's had the kicking duty so far. That's a good kick to Wood. Yeah, they just don't really have anything set up here, Emerald, but they go wide with the kick nonetheless, and that works out okay. Yeah, they're going to go in ball. Bit of a risky one, but it works out pretty well to Johns. What has Johns got up ahead? That's not a good kick at all, and this is going to be cut off, and they might be away here, Emerald. The handball going to Gross. He was under a bit of pressure, though. Ellison couldn't quite take it cleanly. Crashing the pack there was Lang. Now they might be away. Gross high up and under ball, and that might work out okay to Webb. It does. That's Rich, in fact.
Yeah.
Rich puts it inside 50, and that's a good kick.
Oh, surely.
Kronorak has a shot at goal. That looks pretty good, and finally Emerald get their second goal. Kronorak's the man who puts it through. He's already had 3 shots at goal. That's the first one he's put through. And the score here now at Emerald 2-7-19, playing Emerald 0-1-1.
Yeah, they've equalled their doses in the first quarter like they did last week. He's still pretty disappointed with that, but 3-goal lead nonetheless. 22 minutes into the first quarter is still a pretty good effort, if you ask me, Aidan.
Gee, Liam, Lockie Cullyhole's worth 5 player points, and I wonder he's been a bit of a star player for Emerald.
Sort of goes about it a bit quietly too, his work. Good player, Lockie Cullyhole. As the ball is still slowly making its way back to the middle. And it's back there now. So what can be done here? Ball in the middle, hit out of the ruck there, that time by Paul. It looks like they're going to clear through Wood this time, although Pemberton gets the footy. Nearly ran himself into a little bit of trouble. Kicks it out wide. Slipping over at inopportune time there was Facey. And picking up the ball there is Gross, who's had a good start to this game. Gross gave it off to a teammate, and here's Ganjanovic. Back to Gross, who will kick the ball inside forward 50 in the direction of Chin, and that ball's just gone a little bit too left of him and found the sanctuary of the boundary line there deep in the forward pocket, the left forward pocket for Emerald, kicking to the illustrious Jimbrook end of the ground today, who unfortunately lost their rights to host a final this weekend. Ball back in. Who's going to get front spot? And was the Emerald ruckman in Hoy there that time, but he couldn't get the hit out because he was more or less nudged underneath it. Pemberton gave the handball over the top, kick out wide. His intended target there was Harmon, but Harmon couldn't get there in time, and he put the dive in, but couldn't rake it in. So we go again. 23.5 minutes gone, first quarter. Good front positioning there, but it went straight down to Petter, to Ganjanovic, and gave it off there that time to Thomas, who kicks towards goal. And another score has gone the way of the Bombers. And it's another behind, 2-8 to 1 behind. And they've had 6 scorers so far scoring behinds. As a kick-in's taken place, and the mark has been taken by Petter on the edge of the centre square, who kicks back inside forward 50. The kick was pretty good, and that's going to be a free kick for an arm chop, I think.
It looked like it, yeah.
Yes. So It's...
Looks like Van Haren.
No, it's Conronak.
Oh, it is
Lockie.
Lockie Konorak.
Konorak, yes. So for his second, kicks on the way. I'm watching the umpire. He barely moves, except to make sure it goes over the line without being touched. He's kicked his second. Emeralds kicked their third. 3:8:26 now plays one behind. 24 minutes gone first quarter.
Yep, so just starting to get away now. Emerald finally finding the big sticks. 3:8:26 plays at 0-1-1. And we've now gone about 25 minutes into the first quarter, so shouldn't be too long left here. Just waiting for the ball to come back into the middle of the ground now, which it has. So Paul in the ruck now for Emerald. And he got the tap down, but Wood read that beautifully, and he loads up onto the right boot. The kick's just going to fall short there of Dawson. Gross can't quite take it clean at ground level. Here's Pemberton. Bursts on through. Handball back to Wood. Wood will have a pick at the goals. It doesn't look too bad. It's just across the face, and it's a behind. So almost for Belgrave, but just not quite. 3:8:26 now plays 0-2-2. And here's Ellison. It's not Ellison, in fact, sorry. Long kick. Is it wide? Just, gee.
Yeah, he ran himself into the fence
Gottschalk.
and the sign.
Gottschalk just got there in time. He could have hurt himself pretty badly there, but it didn't matter.
Don't know if that went 15.
Yeah, might have just made the required distance. It's Geordie Donadell who puts the ball in the middle. Knocked away that time there by Dawson. Dawson, handball inboard, but Gross was the first man to get to it for Emerald. They get the handball at the back here. Gottschalk just gets a kick away. Couldn't quite take it cleanly. There was Johns. He's under a bit of pressure now as well. Was he tackled out the ball? Umpire said no. Bursting through now was Petter. And Petter just puts the ball up and under here, and that kick might work out okay. It does. Taking a beautiful mark there was Callum White, and he wheels onto the right boot to half forward. Running onto it now here. It might have been that man there and Van Rossen. He was tackled. Now Belgrave get the ball away. He handball by Sterling towards the boundary line. And
deliberate.
Paid.
There's the third one in 22 weeks, Odin.
Goodness gracious me. Under a bit of pressure there as well. I mean, he might have... Certainly wasn't going anywhere else, but a bit rough in local football anyway. Van Rossen told to go back in his mark. So what can Isaac Van Rossen do here? Just looks to go to the top of the goal square. Donders couldn't quite take the mark. And there's a free kick here.
Emerald's way, by the looks of it. Is it? No.
I think it's going to go the way of Belgrave. So Belgrave to get the ball clearing out of a defensive 50.
Yeah, they're going to do that. Kick wide. And it's going to come unstuck. And the mark has been taken by Seskis, one of the young lads. Seskis to the pocket. Don't mind the idea, but touched over the line for a throw-in as we're approaching quarter time. It's a 24-point lead to the Bombers. 3-8-2 behinds. Just waiting for the ball to be thrown back in. It is so now. Both ruckmen fight a bit of a draw there. No one really got decisive hands on it. Goes in the direction there that time of... Looked like Donadell, sorry, and they're going backwards to go forwards here big time. Gottschalk with the football, and there is the siren for quarter time. And the scoreboard at the moment sees Emerald 3-8-26, and they're leading Belgrave 2 behinds. And we'll go through our goal kickers. 1 goal to Josh Webb and 2 to Lockie Kronorak, who's having a very, very good time of it at the moment in front of goal. He's kicked 2-2, but 28 last few people off the ground. Umpire raises the ball in the air. Second quarter better get underway. Here is Aidan Miller.
And going at it again here is Hoy and McDermott. Hoy won the tap down. Petter getting a handball away straight away. Couldn't take it cleanly though, was his teammate in Seskis. Burrowing through there is Gijanovic. And holding the ball, so early opportunity here for Belgrave. And handball away to a teammate from Abson. He went to Johns. Johns with a high up and under ball. Emerald with the numbers back here though. Thomas couldn't quite take the mark and might have earned himself a free kick. So Mitch Thomas just waiting for a moment. Now loads up onto the left boot. And that kick's a pretty good one as well. And Donadell's got the ball now. He's got to get around a couple though, and eventually just goes with a short one onto that left boot. And is that a mark taken? Yes, it is. And it's that man, Gnorak, who won't line up for goal. He's just going to put it up here. Hoy is there. And the ball fisted away, and they might be able to make this work here, Belgrave. Although no one could really get a clean touch on it. Here's Rich. Now it's with Seskers. High up and under ball. Hoy's there. Hoy can't quite take the mark. Norak, kick smothered. Ball knocked forward that time by White. And they might have to rush it over here, Belgrave. No, they do get a kick clear. Just pitches inside. And will be thrown back into play. Petter trying to appeal for delivery out of bounds, but with a kick under pressure like that from defence, fat chance.
Yeah, that's right, Aidan. We've only seen 3 deliberates paid in 21 weeks of football. Oh, yeah, great effort from the boundary umpire there, young fella. Well done, mate. Donadell over the top to Collie Holt, one of the best names in local football, to the forward pocket. Oh. Nice little bit of candy sold there by White, and the kick, it's just magnificent. It's like a fine wine.
Yep.
The mark has been taken by that man once again, and Norak. Going to say it wrong every time this year. I can say his first name, Lachlan. So this is for his 3rd and Emerald's 4th of the afternoon, and just to get things started perfectly in the second quarter here for the Bombers as some sun shines as his kick is on the way, and it's straight through the eye, diddle, and he can't do anything wrong now in his last few kicks, Lockie. And Emerald go to 4-8-32, Belgrave 2 behind, about 3 minutes gone, second quarter.
Yep, that's it. Lockie Norak will be very happy with that. 3 goals, 2 at the moment, so he's certainly been a dominant force up there in the forward line. And Emerald just starting to get their radar right now. To a 5-goal margin, and with Hillsville trailing to 7 at the moment, they'll be feeling pretty comfortable at the moment, the Emerald fans, but still a long day of footy to go as the ball goes back into the centre now. So Hoy to go at it again with McDermott. So here we go. Hoy just won the tap down and running onto it already here is one of the Emerald midfielders. Rich, can he take it cleanly? Yes, he can. Got away from his man, but slipped over at the most inopportune times. Oh, that was beautifully done there. Nicely done by that man, Cal Sterling. But the kick turned over and it's gone straight to Lockie Colliehole. Colliehole just goes with a short option. And they might be able to make this work here, Emerald. Kick back to a teammate there, and Paul. Another short option here to Carasoni. Carasoni back inboard with a kick. Just putting Colliehole under a bit of pressure, but he did well, Colliehole. Loading up on the left boot to centre half forward. Couldn't quite take the mark there was Van Haren. Can't quite pick it up at ground level either. This might be Cal White. Gets it to Donadell. Donadell slipped over. Dragged it in. That's trouble. Yep, good decision by the umpire. Yep. Dragged it in, Geordie Donadell. He won't be happy about it, but that is the rule. If you drag it in, it's holding the ball. So Sterling gets the moving out of defence.
Yeah, fisting away there that time, doing a nice job was Webb there. Webb maybe just got a handball away in the nick of time, and the handball was in the general direction there of Bounty. Couldn't quite get it, and the ball goes out of bounds before it can be picked up by Kavara. See that, Aidan? Or didn't complain about the umpiring then. It was a great decision.
Well, yeah, because it was the right decision.
Yeah, well, sometimes you see those ones get paid. Not on the ball, Aidan. Ball back into play. Hoy out of the ruck, or I should say it was Paul out of the ruck. Johns with the football. Handball's out the back. He's going back and forward. Here's Johns again. His kick just got away in the nick of time, but the rush kick never comes off. You see that so many times. Look at this. The Bombers are out here. Here is, it might be Watt, I think. Not 100% sure, but his kicking board finds that man, Colliehole. Colliehole goes out wide, and they're still out. There's a paddock in front of him. Kick in front of Chin was delightful, but he couldn't quite hang on to it. And Chin still has it here. He's got it. Handball over the top. Still a couple of players waiting for it. Over handballing the ball here a little bit. Van Haren went towards Donadell. Here's Rich. Rich just gets an underground handball away. Here's Donders. Donders snaps, and Donders touched on the line.
Just rushed through, I think.
Even saying hitting the post, but...
Yeah, I think it did actually hit the post, yeah. So
by the way, 4-9-33 plays 2 behinds now. Emerald in control. Belgrave out of full back, right in front of us here. Good fist away, although the umpire's found a free for a push.
No, that's fair enough. Just.
So, free to Belgrave, and it's going to Dawson. Heavily taped knee. Dawson goes down the line. Dangerous little ball! Oh, nearly the good mark being taken there by Lang. Yeah, I think it's actually called puffer valve. Nearly would have blown in the second quarter. Free kick downfield, going the way of Belgrave.
It's
And
exploded into my ears.
got collateral damage here, Aidan.
Yeah, we do.
Wood will take the ball downfield.
No, this is Johnston, I think. Johns.
Oh, John, sorry, yes. As the player on the ground is still being looked after by trainers, not really moved, which is something we don't like to see. Surely you just stop play here at the moment.
Oh, the ball's far away enough at the moment that it's not a problem anyway. They get the ball moving down the middle of the ground here. Hang on. That was a free kick to Belgrave at centre-half forward there, so don't quite know what happened there, but...
There's so much going on here at the moment, Aidan.
Michael Domansky.
The player, you keep an eye on this. I'll keep an eye on the player on the deck.
Man of the mark, so he handballs to Kavara, who loads up from outside 50, but that kick offline, coming back a little bit, but not able to put it through was John Kavara, who snuck up from fullback. And just Emerald's third score of the day is a solitary behind. And they get the ball moving quickly. Van Haren's there, but had the ball spoiled away from him. Here's Johns, handball inboard to Wood. Wood just goes with a short option into half foot. Interesting kick. It's worked out okay.
It's Cal Sterling that's just made his way very, very slowly off the ground, Aidan, replaced by Liam Pemberton now.
Here we go. So this is a long-range shot at goal. Man of the mark right on the arc of 50. So Belgrave haven't kicked a goal so far this afternoon, trailing by 5. Slow, steady approach, bit of a stutter. Now tries to sell the candy and puts himself in a lot of trouble.
No.
Will Hamilton. And they're away here now, Emerald on the counter-attack. That's a good kick to Rich. Chins out the back here, but Rich doesn't get the kick to him in time. Goes to centre-half. Well, that's a very good kick to Van Rossen, who doesn't look like he wants to line up. He looks like he might want to set this one up. But now he does look like he will line up for goal, Isaac Van Rossen. So
all happening.
Chance now for Emerald's 5th goal of the afternoon. They already lead by 30 points at the moment. Van Rossen, now he handballs to a teammate now. Loads up from 55 just to the top of the goal square. Hoy's there. Thumped away beautifully that time by Somerville. And it trickles over the boundary line. It's going to be thrown back into play. So stoppage in the forward pocket here for Emerald Lamb.
Yeah, looking very dangerous still, Aidan. 4-9 to 3 behind. Jeez. Ball in. Hoy, back position, got it down. Kick on goal is out in the full. And that was from Cal White. And it's just landed on a short length in the cricket nets. You bowl a few of those.
Oh, I don't bowl many bumpers, Liam. Only bowl medium pace. on the synthetic, maybe, but if I was doing that on the turf, should be getting into the next suburb.
Kavara from the kick in to the broadcast side. And that's a bit of high contact there, I would have thought, on Johns, but no. Just a good fist away from Carazoni in the end. Good football all round. As this young man's going to throw it back in once again. Been impressed with the level of umpiring. Look at that. Great effort. Slinging it back in nicely. Paul hit the head out. Here's Carazoni. Had to spit out my words there in the end. Here's Collyhole. Collyhole settles. Kicks on goal. And finishes off in style. Yeah, there is a whistle, but it's been a paid advantage. So, look, Collyhole gets on the board for the afternoon, and the scoreboard now reads 5-9-39 to Emerald, and Belgrave 3 behinds with about 12 gone here in the second quarter. Ball on its way back to middle here, and Aidan Miller with the call here.
So Steve Paul on the ruck now for Emerald. Still going up against that man McDermott for Belgrave. So what can these two do? It was Steve Paul who won the tap. McDermott roved it though. Now with the ball in hand here is Seskas. He's taken in a tackle straight away, so stoppage in the centre square. Paul just thumps it forward. Who's going to get here first? No one could take it cleanly. Johns is there. Crashing the pack, though, that time. There's Van Rossen. Who's going to get it here now? Picked up by Paul. A long kick inside forward 50. Rich is there. Rich can't quite take the mark. And getting a long kick away here now is Hurst for Belgrave to a 1-1 contest. Paul had the ball knocked away from him. Burrowing in the pack here is Abson. And a stoppage on the wing on the broadcast side of the ground here. So McDermott to go at it again with Paul. McDermott just got a bit of a tap on it that time. Robes his own tap, got it to Johns. Johns' kick wasn't very effective. Here's Van Rossen. Handballs back to a teammate. Long kick inside the forward 50. Can someone take a mark here? Yes, they can. And it's that man, Cal White. He'll line up from about 50 metres out. Plenty of angle about the kick. No, he's going to centre it. Here's Hoy. Good mark.
Paid it.
Yep, no, it's fair enough. Had a good piece of it, Lockie Hoy. So he's kicked 2 behinds already, Lockie Hoy. This is a chance for a 42-point margin here as Liam watches the races. So Lockie Hoy lining up for goal. So this for a 42-point margin here for the Bombers. Lockie Hoy stabs that a little bit, but it doesn't matter. Straight over the goal umpire's cap. 6-9-45 plays Belgrave 0-3-3. We've been going at 12 minutes into the second quarter.
Yeah, dangerous lead now. Aiden, really dangerous.
And your horse hasn't won by the looks of it.
Yeah, no, that was Coolangatta that just went down there, unfortunately. Zaki's the only other moral that will win today, you would think. So the ball is on its way back to the middle. It's reached it now. So we go again. Hit out of the ruck there that time. We'll give it to the Belgrave ruckman. Ball about to be cleared, although it somehow finds its way rocked up. Pemberton did well. Spun himself into a little bit of trouble and got it out. Went in the direction there that time of Webb. Body over the football that time, Boundy. Ball coming away for Emerald once again. That is an intelligent tap on, and they're away inside forward 50 again, although the kick...
Good mark.
And that isn't, yeah, Hayden said it. Nice mark going back with the flight of the ball taken by Hurst.
Oh, no.
And it's a brave kick. Fisted away. Dangerous ball heading towards the boundary line and will be escorted over for a throw-in.
So Sprouse just professionally saw that one over the line, and Hoy to go at it again with McDermott here. McDermott gets front position, taps the ball, but it was read beautifully that time by Seskis. Now out wide by Webb, finds Van Haren at half forward. So Van Haren looks ahead, chins on his own. Had a bit of a leading lane, but didn't spot him in time. Paul, good mark. So plays the ruck, plays up forward Steve Paul, and another opportunity here for the Bombers, who've really started to get away here in this second quarter. They found their accuracy in front of goal, which is the last thing Belgrave needed. Steve Paul lining from 30 metres out with very little angle about this kick. Hasn't kicked one yet this afternoon, so good opportunity here for him to kick a goal. That looks pretty good. Goal umpire, no, just moves across a little bit. So 6-10-46. Plays 0-3-3. We've been going 14.5 minutes into the second quarter, Lamb.
Yes, indeed, Aiden. There to fall back now. Here's Belgrave. Still goalless. Thumping ball out of full-back. Hoy flew from the side. He flew. Oh, God, I can't even speak at the moment. Rich had the footy and lost it. Ball works its way at the back. Here's Johns. Johns in trouble. Just got a kick away. Went half a metre. Hoy got the handball. It was spun out of trouble. Johns again attacks the football like a battering ram. Gave the handball off and it went to Johnston, who kicks to the edge of 50. And it's being tapped towards the boundary line and eventually goes over for a throw-in. So things just slowly loading for Belgrave, but not quickly enough. They're 43 points down at the moment, and it feels like it should be a lot more.
Yeah, that's it. If Emerald to kick straight in that first quarter, it could have been a whole lot worse. And we're trying to get it at ground level here, but couldn't quite do so. Now he gets it.
Oh!
And that's a terrible kick, and that'll go out of bounds in the full lane.
That would have been hit onto the van if we were calling from the van, Aiden.
Yeah,
you would have ducked your head.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, oh well. It's only a football, nothing to be scared of. Here's Dawson. So Dawson just waiting for a bit of movement. Gets it now. Thumps one down the line, long. falls to ground, works its way at the back. Rich gave the handball off. Now, look at this, they're away in the middle of the ground here. Here's a chance for Belgrave. There was wrapped up tackle there. That was Wensley who had the opportunity to get rid of it. Comes to ground, ball locked in, and we'll have a ball up. So, smack bang in the middle. We go again. Hit out of the ruck there that time. I'll give it to Dawson, who probably just has it at the edge on Hoy there. Ball pushing its way forward. Demansky was there, and he lost it. And here go the Bombers once again. They're out wide here. So they have to go back with the flight of the football here this time. It was Van Haren. He lost it, but didn't really need to get it in the end as the ball just works its way at the back and Sitney's ground, and taking a nice mark there is Kavara. And Kavara will switch play, and that kick is not good. Simple as that. And the mark has been taken by Donders. Donders telling his teammates to go long. Pemberton was on the mark. Ball inside the forward 50 now. It'll come to ground. Here's a chance. Great handball through traffic by Carazoni. And the ball on goal. I don't think that's been touched, has it?
No,
it was at the post.
I think.
And that kick came from the man in the helmet, wasn't it? Ganjanovic. 6-11. Plays 3 behind. And here's Johns. Johns to the middle. Slip through the hands there of Hamilton. And here's another chance. Hoy, sort of playing with them at the moment. Hoy goes short. Petter, 52 metres out from home, goes short. Nice pass, Van Haren. Link-up football at the moment, Aidan.
Yep.
Could have given me more there in that answer, Aidan. Very...
Oh, it's pretty smooth movement, like a horse race, I reckon.
Yeah, Coolangatta just couldn't get home, unfortunately, there in the McEwen. Jamie Carr didn't ride it hard enough. Here's Van Haren. From 40. Kick is on the way. And I think that's across the face. It is. Second behind for him. 6-12-48. Plays 3 behinds. No idea how long in the quarter because Aidan's phone's locked. About to get it up. 18 and a bit. Kavara will bring it out of fullback and Aidan Miller will take the call.
Kavara's short option. And it fell short of his teammate and Harmon. Harmon got the handball back to Kavara, who's in all sorts of trouble. Umpire let it go. Wood got a handball out to his teammate there, and Wise. Wise, long kick, and it's turned over. Read well there by Rich. Loading up with a long kick there was Donders. Can someone take a mark here? Oh, read it beautifully. That was nicely done by Hurst. Filled the hole. And they get away with it, Belgrave. It was a very ordinary bit of play. Hurst with a short option to Johns. Johns loads up on that right boot there to a 1-on-1 contest, but knocked away by Donders, and it goes out of bounds. So just a bit like the first quarter, they just can't really get any movement on that ball going here, Belgrave. Just no one really seems to be on the same page at the moment. And so Dawson to go up against Hoy in the ruck. Hoy gets front position, but it was Dawson at the back who won the tap, but apparently there was a bit of a push there from Dawson. So anyway, the kick comes out to that man there, and Webb. Webb, short option, good one to Collie-Hole. Might be within range, man of the mark's at 50, but he's a big kick, Lockie Collie-Hole, and he is going to back himself in. So 6-12-48 at the moment, playing 0-3-3. It's for a chance to stretch the Emerald lead out to 51 points, Lockie Collie-Hole, who's kicked 1 goal this afternoon already. Loads up, gets close to the man of the mark. Distance not a problem, accuracy not a problem. It's another goal for the Bombers. 7-12-54, plays 0-3-3, and Belgrave are in all sorts of trouble, though.
Yeah, fair snag that, Aidan. Really good work there from Collie-Hole, wasn't it?
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, true. 2 for him now. 2 straight, if you don't mind, Aidan.
What's the next to jump, Liam?
Not for a while. Hopefully half-time. Ball making its way to the middle. Belgrave still haven't scored a goal. 51 points astern. 7-12. 19 scoring shots to 3, Aidan. Yep. This is a spifflication.
Yes.
A destroyation even, as Rick Hunt would say. Ball back in the middle. Ball falls between the two. Dawson probably got the late palm on the ball, but it comes to ground. Here's a chance potentially to work their way at the back, but no, not that time. It's a ball up. Ball hasn't gone an awful long distance out of the centre square as we restart the play. Dawson out of the ruck there that time, went down to Wood. Wood had it pretty quickly, but lost it pretty quickly as well. Pemberton was hanging on to Petter for dear life. He didn't have the football originally, and the umpire will call for it once again. So where is this score or goal going to come from a very brave Belgrave Football Club, who has been playing some good football the last few weeks? Put up a 97-point score overall against Berwick Springs last week, and here's a chance for them to push forward. This time it's going to be through Facey. So Facey has it. Where's his forward movement though? There is a little bit of forward movement, but not an awful lot. 21.5 gone. That kick was just not good at all. Here's Carazoni. Carazoni kicks to the middle of the ground. A little bit of gut running needed there. Little handball over the top was good by Weiss, and sitting underneath it off the rush kick there that time is Hansen, and Hansen goes short. It was an unusual one. I think Petter was a little bit unsure. It was going in his direction, but he'll get one anyway for a little bit of high contact, and he'll give it off straight away. Now the Bombers are away through the middle again. Here's Chin. Get it. Yep, got it. He'll wheel and play on. Could he have a shot? Of course he can. Chin on goal. Chin kicks a goal. No, he doesn't. He's missed. 7:13 now plays three behinds. And Belgrave out of full-back again through Kavara to Somerville. Somerville down the line. Brave kick, fisted out of bounds. Ooh, nearly out on the full, actually, but not quite off the foot of Donders, and it's a throw-in. 52-point lead to the Bombers. Very, very dangerous signs. This team can nearly put it in the book now, Aiden, a finals bound. Ball back in. High tackle there.
Yep.
Free kick going again, Janovic. And he's just remonstrating a little bit with Pemberton there. Pemberton, I know what he's like, Pem. He'll just laugh it off. It's exactly what he's doing too. So, again, Janovic now. Inside the 50. Oh, look at that! Juggling third. Oh, nearly 4 times juggled there for White. Couldn't bring it to ground. Kick out of trouble from Boundy's going to come straight back, and here's Thomas. So the rush kick's just not doing a thing for Belgrave at the moment. Called to go now, and that's encroaching on the mark. 25 metres.
Things just get bad from worst here for Belgrave.
The great words of our old uni lecturer, Aiden, not good, as the mark has been taken by Rich.
Oh, it's on another 25, is it?
No, it's just been redirected to extend the margin to a match high 58 points. And for Emerald's 5th goal kicker, Josh Rich in the long sleeves and fluoro pink boots, kicking from about 37 metres out, slight angle, kicking to the township end. On his approach now, wheels off his line, plays on. Pemberton puts in a jump at the football. And the kick is across the face by golly, 7-14. They are now to 3 behinds. They have kicked 4-6 in this second quarter. Sterling plays on, thumps it, gets a real good territory on it. Flying in from the side, it looked like it was Donadell. He couldn't mark it. The ball is just being scooped around on the ground here as Donadell wraps up one of his opponents, and it's a ball up once again, Aiden.
Yep, that's it. So still just real stagnant movement here for Belgrave. Just can't seem to get any kind of change of play going. The ball knocked forward there by Boundy. Long kick back inside forward. 50 here, no communication, but it doesn't matter. Van Haren takes the mark. Not Van Haren, so it's Colleyhole, in fact. And he's got a pretty long leg at him, Colleyhole. He's already kicked 2 goals this afternoon, and he can line up for his 3rd here. Man of the mark's at about 45 metres. So, wasted plenty of opportunities in front of goal today, have Emerald. This would bank at 59 points. Colleyhole gets close to the man of the mark again, from just outside 50.
There we go.
That looks pretty good.
Oh, hit the post.
And Liam's gone the early crow.
Oh.
And he's mozzed him.
Leo's not here. Someone's got to do it.
That's it. So 7:15:57 now plays 0-3-3. We'll be going 25.5 minutes in this second quarter, and that's a terrible kick. Play on, runs in. I think it's that man Van Rossen. And he kicks the goal.
Oh.
It's not Van Ross, that's Mitchy Thomas. He gets around the boys there in the forward pocket. 8:15:63. Plays 0-3-3. We've been going 26 minutes in the second quarter, Liam.
The locals rejoiced too over there in the pocket, and they went ape droppings.
Ape droppings, oh, just be careful. There's a PG rated program this, I'm pretty sure.
We'll go with it. $8:15 plays 3 behinds. They went bonkers, I'll rephrase that. Look at them all over there, sitting on utes with seats.
It's country footy at its finest, you got to love it.
Yeah, good. Love it. Back in the middle. Can they get another one? Oh, look at this. Another centre clearance going the way of Carazoni this time, although it's been cut off. Oh, no, it hasn't. Just reading the play on. Here is Van Haren. 8:15. They've kicked 5-7 this quarter. Kick to the edge of the 50. Hoi! Slips through the hands and works its way out the back through Weiss. Kicks it out wide, dropping the mark at inopportune time. There was Johnston. Johnston wraps up Hoy, or it's not Hoy, sorry, it was Hanson who didn't have it, and he'll be the recipient of a free kick. Hanson goes down the line to the direction of Donadell. How many Belgrave blokes do you need to spoil away the football? More than 4 by the looks of it, as the ball went out wide there, sort of like Joe Danaher on Thursday night. Ball forward. It's just a little bit too easy at the moment for Emerald. I think they're in one game and Belgrave's in the other. Donadell gave the handball off to his teammate who just gave off the handball. There's a bit of candy, and it doesn't matter. There is the siren. That'll end the first half, Aidan, and it's a 60-point lead. Belgrave are goalless. Stone motherless. They have not kicked a goal. They are 3 behinds, and they're trailing Emerald 8-15-63. The goal kickers for Emerald, 1 to Hoy, 1 to Webb, 1 to Thomas, 2 to Collyhole, and 3 to Krungorak. Let's get that show on the road, Aidan.
Yep, that's it. Let's get the show on the road. And we are underway here for the third quarter. And winning the tap there was that man McDermott. And Pemberton gets a little bit of a kick forward here. Emerald with plenty of numbers around the ball. Taken in a tackle straight away there was Matthews. So balled up, just nearing half forward here for Belgrave. Paul won the tap that time. Got it down to a teammate. Here's Petter. Couldn't take it cleanly at ground level. Pemberton in pursuit. One of the Emerald players there getting a kick away that time was Webb. High up and under ball. Here's Collyhole. Just throws onto the left boot. Thomas is under it. Couldn't quite take the mark. Chin laying a good tackle. Was that holding the ball? Umpire said play on. Here's Petter. He couldn't take it cleanly. He's gang tackled as well. And it's going to be balled up at half forward here now for the Bombers. So thrown back up. Paul just gets a little fingertip on it. Trying to burst through there was Petter. Belgrave do get a bit of a kick away. And just not able to snaffle the mark there was Brodie Wise. Trying to come in there from the side was Facey. And that ball doesn't look like it's going to go anywhere. But eventually Collyhole gets a handball away. And getting a good kick forward here is Gross. And playing on straight away is Norak. Can he find a mark? Chin was there. It was over his head, though, and it's going to be thrown back into play, Lamb.
Yes, it is, Aidan. There's a chance to have a bite of your hot dog there, son. Take it while you can.
Well, wait till three-quarter time.
It'll be cold by then, Aidan. Seriously, go on, have a go.
All right.
I'll take it for a minute or two. Ball back into play. Straight out of the ruck there, Hoy. He grabbed it. Ball comes to ground. Ball circling. Won't go too far at all. The umpire will call for it. It's okay, Aidan. I won't get you on the chew again. We've passed that. We've grown up there. Ball back up in the ruck again. About 20 metres out from home. Free kick, and it's going the way of Emerald, so they're going to get the first chance to inflict some more damage here on Belgrave in this second half, and it's Lachlan Hoy once again, who's already kicked one today. As Aidan's destroyed a hot dog, half of it within 3 bites. And as Hoy...
Pretty solid effort if you ask me.
Yeah, shoving half of it down your gob every time. Hoy from pretty much directly in front, slight angle. It's a bit of a helicopter kick, but he gets the job done. And it's just more damage now inflicted. 9-15-69 are the Bombers. And Collingwood are three... Collingwood. I wish Collingwood were three behinds. And Belgrave are three behinds. 3 minutes gone, third quarter.
So ball back in the middle now. Obviously, Belgrave wearing jumpers similar to the Collingwood Football Club. If you're wondering why Liam's calling Belgrave Collingwood, but that's all right.
It's all the nerves, Aidan. I need Geelong to win.
So it's back in the middle now. Paul up against McDermott. And Paul won the tap down to Pedder. Pedder taking an tackle right away, though. The ball spilled out. Here's Pedder again. It's the handball or kick. He handballs over the top here. This is Colleyhole. Colleyhole's away. Gets a handball to Seskis. It's not Seskis, sorry. It's
Great kick.
Great kick. It was Seskis, in fact, sorry.
Chin.
And here's Paddy Chin. I've had him down for a goal since the first quarter because I thought it was Paddy Chin when it was, in fact, Josh Webb. So I'm hoping that he kicks this so I don't have to scribble it out at the end of the game. But anyway, Paddy Chin, 20 metres out, little angle about the kick. Is the leading goal kicker for Emerald and one of the leading goal kickers in Division 1 footy. Stabs at the ball a little bit. Goalpie has to move and he's kicked the point. So he's let me down here, Paddy Chin. But that's all right. It's a 67-point margin now, 9-16-70. Plays at the 0-3 throw, Lamb.
Yeah, inaccuracy, an absolute curse here at the moment. 9-16. It's going to be Kavara out of full back. And what's he going to do? Looks like he's going to bring the ball out wide in our general direction. He plays on, runs a little bit of measure. It's a pretty good kick coming in from the side, Hoy, and Hoy's taken an absolute beauty of a mark. And it'll be taken. So Hoy will kick on 50. Aidan not happy with me trying to sneak a photo of him eating the hot dog as Hoy has kicked an absolute ripper.
Yeah, I've confiscated his phone from him. He's literally just said to me he's not going to get me on the chew, and then that's exactly what he's done.
It's not going to be sent anywhere, mate.
Oh, I don't trust you, mate. I can't be trusted. This is the problem I have with you sometimes, Liam. It's all fun and games when it's trying to get to me, but when I'm calling you out for calling the races, you just get grumpy with me.
Yeah, well, it's all about professionalism here, eh?
Oh. Anyway, ball back in the middle now.
Six minutes gone. They've kicked 2-1 already this quarter, Aidan. It's a dangerous start. No, I don't think I've ever seen a team go goalless, well into a third quarter for an awful long time.
So, winning the tap down that time was Dawson. He hasn't done too much rucking today, but just giving McDermott a bit of a rest. And it's stoppage just outside the centre circle. So Dawson to go up against Paul once again. Dawson again winning the tap. Paul getting the handball away, though. Petter's there. Takes it cleanly. Interesting little handball, but it will work. Getting a kick away here is Gross. And they're away once again. Colleyhole onto that left boot. Webb's there. Webb takes the mark. Good. And they might just get another goal here. Emerald, 10-16-76 already. They've kicked, not Webb, sorry, it's Lockie Hoy who's put the long sleeves on. He's kicked 3 this afternoon already as well, the big man Lockie Hoy, and might be able to go back and kick a 4th. He's kicking from only 15 metres out. Bit of angle about the kick, but shouldn't have too much trouble. Stabs at the ball a little bit.
Mulsed him.
Looks across the face. No,
he's got it.
It's held the line. Looked like it was across the face from here, but no, must have held the line nicely. So Lockie Hoy has kicked 4 goals, 2 now for the afternoon. And Emerald out to a 79-point margin, 11-16-82. Plays at 0-3-3. We'll be going almost 7 minutes into the third quarter, Lamb.
Yes, indeed, Aidan. As the ball's making its way back to the middle now. 11-16, 27 scoring shots to 3. Have you ever seen something like this? Not for a very, very long time.
Doesn't happen very often.
Ball back in the middle. Hit out of the ruck. That time by Paul. Comes to ground, trying to get a centre clearance there. That time was Johnson. Couldn't quite do so. And the umpire will call for it very enthusiastically. On the just shy of the another print or painted centre square here for finals football tomorrow. Pedder, handball over the top. Put Seskis under a bit of pressure and he's been done for holding the ball. A little bit unlucky, I would have thought there. Aidan nodding in agreement. So free kick to Belgrave on the edge of the centre square. They go wide, goes in the direction of Demansky. Demansky drops a mark that he probably should have taken, and he's been wrapped up by Webb straight away, and it'll be a ball up.
There's a bit of a notification coming up on your phone here, Liam. It looks like you accidentally put $100 on race 8 at Randwick, not 10.
Yeah,
so you've lost a bit of money there, unfortunately.
No, I don't lose,
That's
mate.
all right.
I don't lose.
Anyway, the ball on the wing here now. It's going to be a free kick here to Belgrave. And that kick, that's a pretty good centering ball, but just spilling the mark there was absent. Didn't have a lot of pressure on him. And getting a kick forward there. Well, not really much of a kick forward, Johns nonetheless. Gets to half forward. Trickling towards the boundary line, picked up by Van Haren. Just kept it in play. That could be a good chance here now, Emerald. Oh, here we go. This is trouble. And it's that man, Josh Rich. Hasn't kicked a goal yet this afternoon, just the solitary behind. And Rich will line up from 45 metres out directly in front, just to give Emerald an 85-point margin. A bit of a disappointing result here, it has to be said, for Belgrave after being so competitive against Berwick Springs last week. Just cop an absolute domination here from Emerald, but perhaps Emerald have found or regained some form just going into the finals. Anyway, in comes Rich. He puts it out pretty wide. It's coming back. Not enough. So 11-17-83 now plays at 0-3-3. Second behind for Josh Rich.
Well, it's not pretty, Aidan.
No, it's not.
To say the least, you know. We understand that it's been a hard year for Belgrave, and there were times throughout the year that they challenged and challenged hard, and it looks like they're going to go down without a yelp, really. And it hurts to see, even from a broadcasting perspective, because you want a good game of football, but when you haven't even kicked a goal and you're approaching halfway through the third quarter, it's upsetting. But nonetheless, there is Cavara out of full-back, and God, hasn't this man played a quarter? Hoy, 4-2 on the afternoon for him. He's leading Belgrave by 23 points. So he'll go inside forward 50, but that ball's not a good one, unfortunately, and it's been cut off. And
it's Dawson.
It is Dawson. So Dawson touched off the boot by Kronorak. Petter just overran the football, but puts his body over the top once again and goes into it like a bull at a gate. The ball work its way at the back for both sides here. He's about 8 scrapping for it. Seskus went through his hands. Here's Krongorak, not from the boundary line, surely. He kicks to the smallest bloke on the ground, unfortunately. Has to be fisted away, and it's kicked off the ground by Josh Rich.
That's a very clever play there from Josh Rich. The two Belgrave defenders there not communicating at all. They both dropped the mark, and Rich, just a clever little soccer off the ground, Tim Cahill style. And at 12-17-89 now plays at 0-3-3. And we've been going almost 11 minutes into the third quarter, Liam.
They have kicked 4 goals to this quarter in 11 minutes. So, danger signs. 29 scoring shots to 3.
It's ominous, isn't it?
It is ominous. I would not count this mob out for the premiership one iota.
Yeah,
if they can win an elimination final, Aidan, sorry to cut you off.
No, that's right.
And get yourself into a prelim, anything can happen.
So the ball tapped down there by Dawson, but reading it beautifully there was Donadell, and Donadell wastes no time getting that ball to half forward. Here's Rich again, good strong hands. And Rich doesn't want to waste any time here. He's got chin at full forward. Just pulls the kick a little bit. Donadell's there. It wasn't really to his advantage.
No.
But here's Seskus onto the right boot. Does he get enough hook on it? No, he doesn't.
Here's another point scorer to the table, Aidan. I think half the sides kicked a point today.
Yeah, so 12-18-19 plays 0-3-3. 87-point margin, and there's a whistle, and that doesn't look very good at all. Liam Pemberton.
He's hobbling.
A real hobble. He looked in a lot of pain as he was on the ground there. Looks like he's at least on his feet, though, so he's going to stay out there, in fact, Liam Pemberton. So might just be a bit of a corky. He's going to try and tough it out. So just got to wait for the ball to come back here as well. So it can always be a bit of a trouble with some of these grounds surrounded by dense bush. As the ball gets in there, it can get lost. Might give us a bit of a chance to do a quick little score update while We've just got to wait for the ball to come back here. So round the grounds, Berwick Springs have hit the front, 7-12-54, leading Gembrook Cockatoo, 8-5-53. Don't ride off Berwick Springs either, Liam. They've been really good towards the end of this season as well, it has to be said. Seville, 14-14-98, leading Hillsville, 2-3-15. So another big lead in another one of the games out here in the Division 1 football. So we've got one absolute cracker and two absolute blowouts. And eventually we've got the ball back here, Liam.
Yes, we do, Aidan. 12-18. Oh, that's out the full, is it? Oh, I think it is. Yep, no, it could be. No, it's not going to bounce. It's way out into Belgrave, Gembrook Road. But could have gone close. Approaching the big one from the MCG. Under an hour's time, 53 minutes. Here's Hoy. Kicks inside forward 50.
Oh,
and that's a nice mark. Good intercept there, Dawson. Dawson short. Finds Johns. Slow approach here from Belgrave, no real movement. Johns opts to try and switch play, and umpire nearly paid the mark, but didn't. Here's Donadell, sort of scooped it. Yeah, right call. Been good today, these two. As Aidan would say, I usually complain about it. They've been good today.
You do usually complain about it, but no, they've been very good today. Anyway, Kavara loads up on the left boot, and there could be a chance here. There's a one-on-one contest here at full forward. It's the big ruckman McDermott. They've got to load up and get it in quickly, but that kick just took way too long, and no mark is taken. So they're just really not on the same page here at the moment, Belgrave. And now Emerald could be away here. They've got plenty of numbers ahead of the ball. Donadell handballs to Seskus. Seskus with a good kick at Van Haren. Does he run a play? Well, he didn't take the mark, so he'll have to. He's going to load up onto the left boot here into the forward pocket. Chin's there. Also there was the big man and Stephen Paul, but the ball goes out of bounds and it'll be thrown back into play. But that kick inside 450 there for Belgrave, that had to come a lot quicker, Liam.
It did.
You had a one-on-one contest there with McDermott. You've got to get that ball to him, and that's ultimately cost him a shot at goal. But now there might be a chance here. With the ball out wide for Belgrave, there was Wensley. And that kick there, not a bad one as well. That's going to hit up Sprouse. Sprouse has just got to go here. Goes the chip kick, but straight into the man of the mark. Running onto it and picking it up beautifully was Lang. But the ball goes out of bounds and it'll be thrown back into play.
Yeah, it will be. Out of side. So, can we get a goal here for Belgrave? It's probably the closest they've had it for all quarter, really. Back into play, ball fisted away, but works its way onto the ground here in the end. Belgrave just about go inside 450, but can't quite. Oh, that was a good smother there that stopped Webb from getting ball to boot. And here's a chance. Kick inside 450 from Dawson's come off. And here is McDermott. Don't want to put the mocker on him, but Aidan put it in the book. He'll kick this.
Oh, there we go.
For their first goal at the 17 minute mark of the third quarter. McDermott to the jeers of the Emerald fans. Kicker's on the way. He's missed.
Oh, no. And they're absolutely giving it to him as well.
I apologise for putting the mocker on. 12-18-90, plays 4 behinds.
I mean, you knew what you were doing there, Liam.
What?
I said you knew exactly what you were doing there, putting the mocker on him.
I'm being supportive, Aidan. So, just waiting for the football to come back. Won't be too long now. So, Emerald haven't had the chance to kick in for a while, Aidan.
No, they haven't. Looks like Mitch Thomas will take the duties, and he will. Just loads up on the left boot. Long kick to a one-on-one contest. Here's Hoy. Couldn't quite take the mark. Oh, nearly snaffled it on the second attempt. Is that holding the ball? Yes, it is. And they're going to take the advantage here as well. But running himself into trouble was Webb, but he got around his opponent. Little chip kick will work out fine. Looks like Van Rossen with the ball. It is. Van Rossen just waits for a time. Pops over the top. Oh, no, spilling the mark there. Looked like Van Haren. And John's got the handball back to his opponent. And now it's Dawson with the ball here. So slow build again here for Belgrave. No one's really presenting up the ball here. So he's just going to have to load up to half forward. Can someone take a mark here? Yes, they can, but not one of the Belgrave players. It's Mitchy Thomas. He goes inboard with a kick, and it's a pretty good one to Hoy. Hoy handballs to Donadell. Donadell couldn't take it cleanly. Picked it up at ground level nicely, though. Kick goes out wide here. That might work out okay. Here's Van Haren. He's just going to go for a bit of a run. Has a bounce. Does he have another one? No, he doesn't. Just kicks the ball into the pocket. There's no one there for Emerald, so Belgrave will get the ball clear here for a moment. Handball going out to Noy. And that kick just coming away in time, but it's going to be turned over. Rich takes the mark. So where does he go, Josh Rich? He's just assessing the options. Just goes with a short option here to Van Haren. Van Haren wide to half forward, and this ball here now in the hands of Hansen. Hansen into the forward pocket. No mark taken. Ball slapped back. And it's going to be thrown back into play in the forward pocket here, Liam.
Yes, it is indeed, Aidan. Dangerous spot here for Belgrave as a Wambulance goes past. 12-18 plays 4 behind. 30 scoring shots to 4. I can't believe it. Paul out of the ruck, comes to ground. Belgrave clear for the time being, but only as far as the boundary line where it's gone out on the full. And it'll be taken once again by Emerald. So where's their leading options at the moment? No movement just yet. Now there is. It's Ganjanovic with the ball. And he goes to Carazoni. Carazoni assessing the options. He goes inside forward 50 and Rich is all by himself. So it was a little bit of a lull in play there for the moment, Aidan, and now here is a chance for Rich to kick his second and Emerald's 13th, and to push the margin out to just a lazy 92 points. So Rich on his approach, kicking from about 40. He's directly in front. Little bit of a breeze. Kick is on the way, holding its line and just slamming into the post. 1-3 now in the afternoon for Josh Rich, and it's 12-19, 91 to 4 behinds as Belgrave take the kick out almost immediately. They'll bring the ball to the wing. Johnston's kick off the side of the boot's no good. Here's Patrick Chin. Look at the numbers for Emerald, flood back in kind. Chin's got a couple of players all by themselves. Van Rossen, is the first one. And 25. I think he's a bit unlucky there because it looked like Van Rossen went to go and...
No, I think it was for the high contact that came after the mark.
Oh, rightio.
Harmon came in and sort of got him around the head.
You hear a little bit of frustration too from Harmon. He's just walked away from the zone and visibly upset, a bit frustrated, the young man, as Van Rossen's on his approach for their 13th goal. 30 metres out, kick is on the way, and it's straight through the middle. To the locals' delight.
And he kicks his first goal for the day as well, Isaac Van Rossen. Hadn't hit the scoreboard until just then. 93 points now the margin, 13-19, 97 plays, 0-4-4. We've been going 21 minutes into the third quarter, so ticking into time on now. Have a look at the scores from around the grounds as well. Seville 15-14, 104 leading. Hillsville 2-4-16. Berwick Springs 7-13, 55. Trail Jimbra Cockatoo 9-6-60. So the Brookers are taking the lead back, Lamb.
Leo would be happy.
Yes, he would.
He'd be keeping an eye on things from home.
Never in doubt, he'd say.
Oh, it's never in doubt. Ball back in the middle, just in the way he'd say. Never in doubt. Trying to clear the ball. Johns. Seskus. Handball went to no one. Johnston in there. Umpire will call for it straight away. 21 and a half gone. Late afternoon sun starting to show here at Emerald, up on the hill, right on the balcony. Been a lovely day, really. Lucky not to have any rain. Ball still in the middle. Boundy over the top of the football, and he's taken to ground. Another ball up. He'll get sick of balling it up in a minute, Aidan.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see what happens.
The Liam Vertigan method will come out.
Yep, that's it.
Ball out of the ruck. No one really won it. Emerald are going to clear.
Oh, here we go.
Here's Van Rossen, I nearly said Van Haren again. Little handball over the top. They're playing with them. They're toying with them. And it's another behind.
20th behind for the day there for the Bombers. 13-20-98 now plays 0-4-4. And it looks like kicking duties will be taken by Will Hamilton.
14 behind scorers, Aiden. Aiden. Yep. I'm starting to lose it. 13-20.
So where does Hamilton go? He's got to wait for the ball to come back, of course. So it certainly doesn't help set up wise from the kick in. When you've got to wait for the ball to come back over the fence. So there's certainly be plenty of stories about the ball getting lost down there, Liam, that's for sure.
Leo would have a few.
Yeah, that's it. He'd have plenty.
When they used to use the white footies instead of the yellow ones, as he'd say.
Well, I think the cricket stories would be a bit funnier because you'd probably find a few snakes in there as well in the warmer weather. But anyway, a long kick goes out to the wing here, and no mark was taken. But eventually picking up at ground level and getting out of control was Noy. And the ball trickles out of bounds. It'll be thrown back into play right on the outer side wing. So a good throw in. Went straight over both ruckman's heads. Pemberton taken in a tackle. And now a stoppage at half forward here for the Bombers. So another straight kick here will put them out to an even 100-point margin.
5 goals, 5 they've kicked this quarter, Aiden. You can be happy in the fact that they've had 5 second and third quarter goals at the moment.
That's it. They're about to go inside forward 50 here. Long kick from Dondas at the top of the square. Chin's there, but he wasn't able to take the mark. Oh, here we go. Van Rossum. Tackled just in time by Kavara.
Chin.
And there is a shot at goal here by Chin, and he's missed it. So 3 behinds now for Paddy Chin. Still no goals. We're 24 minutes into the third quarter, and the score's now 13-21, 99 to 0-4-4, Liam.
34 scoring shots to 4, Aiden.
Yep.
It is flattering. I mean that in the nicest way possible.
And that's a big thing to say when it's a 95-point margin too, isn't it?
It could be easily 150. 13-21. By golly, by crikey. Just waiting for the ball to come back. You know, there's no one really around the goals when the full back has to go and get the footy. So they're going to opt to use that big hill out on that side there. Kick in, fell short. And they go back inside forward 50 again to Emerald. Chin overran it. Handball over the top. Here's a shot on goal.
That was White.
And it's another behind. Yep, this time to White. And White kicks his second behind. Still a few players yet to join the point party.
Yep. So the Leo Grunawagon theory, the first team to 100 usually wins. I think that will apply today. 13-22, 100.
Yes.
0-4-4.
Oh, never in doubt. 5-7 they've kicked this quarter, Aiden. Yeah, that's identical to their second quarter at the moment.
Because the last 2 quarters they've started off kicking really straight, and then to finish off, they've just not kicked very straight. But a lot of these shots are being taken under pressure. So
here's a chance for the Pies anyway, Aiden.
And they get the ball to half forward, but
Never
reading
mind.
it pretty well was that man there in Hanson. Didn't quite take the mark. Now the ball's with Ellison. Ellison go back to Hanson, a risky kick. And Hanson's under a lot of pressure. He's in a 2-on-1 contest here, and this might be a chance here for Belgrave, but just couldn't get the ball under control there was Demansky, and it's going to be thrown back into play. So missed opportunity there, and now Emerald can get numbers back. And there's a golden opportunity gone begging there for the Pies, who had a 2-on-1 contest there against Hanson. It was an interesting kick by Ellison. Was always asking for trouble anyway with front position. In the end was Dawson. It was Paul for most of it. Here we go. Here's Johns. Gets around one man. Sets it up. That's not a bad kick, but Ellison just got a fist in time. Pemberton taken in a tackle. It's not Pemberton, sorry.
Yes, it is.
Pemberton there. No, it was Brody Wise who taken the tackle. Pemberton was the... Going to get in the handball receive anyway. Stoppage inside 50. Dawson won the tap. Donadell couldn't read it. Just getting a little kick away that time. There was Sprouse, and Emerald are going to get it clear here. So, been very good defensively today, have the Bombers. Here's Collie Hull. Short little left foot kick. Doesn't quite work out. Getting a handball away there was McDermott. They can load up again here, Belgrave. That's a pretty good kick as well. That'll work out to Demansky. Now, does he have a shot or does he set it up? He doesn't look like he reckons he's got the journey. So he'll go to the top of the goal square, loads up with a long high ball. 2-on-2 contest here, and the ball will be rushed through from behind. First rush behind for the day, Liam, as well.
Yes, there you go, Aiden. 5 behinds, plays 13-22, 100. Out of full back, Hanson goes wide. 2-on-2, and it's worked its way out the back. Went in the direction of Donadell originally. Well, Donadell's actually outside of this contest. I think it was Seskis, I should say, but they come away again. Now here's Kronorak, and he's just trying to tap the ball. He's trying to do a little bit too much and spinning in nicely and getting the ball away was Wood, and the umpire's playing on the ball here, and he is. Free kick to Emerald and 25. So things are just starting to fall apart, I think, Aidan, for Belgrave, and I get the sense that I think the full-time siren can't come quick enough, even though there's a quarter to go.
Yep, here we go. Oh, no, Hoy couldn't quite take the mark. It might not matter, though. He tries to bust through. Here we go. Here's Paddy Chin. Does he kick a goal this time? It's coming back. Oh. Not enough. 4 behinds now for Paddy Chin.
13-23, Aidan.
13-23. And we've been going at 28 minutes into the third quarter. They've only gone to about 28, so this might be the longest quarter of the game just yet.
Belgrave out of full back now. 96 points astern. There's play on at a full back now. Go for a little gallop. Look how high that's gone. By gee,
snow on it.
Hasn't that got carried? Hoy dropped it. Comes to ground. Trying to fumble their way forward with the football, but can't quite do so, and the umpire will call for it. About 29 gone here in the third. It's 5-8 this quarter for Emerald, and it's 2 behinds for Belgrave. Nearly doubled their half-time score. Ball out of ruck. Pemberton sends one high. It's an inside-out torpedo. Through the hands that time of Thomas. They've wrapped him up once again. It'll be called for. Dead centre wing here. Neutral territory for both sides as the ball is up. Hit out of the ruck there that time by Paul. Nicely done. Can it get clear? Head over the football there. That time was good by Hurst, and the umpire will call for it once again. He'll get sick of bowling it up in a second. He'll pin out a free. Bet you any money. Paul out of the ruck. Only as far as his Belgrave opponent. Nearly worked its way at the back for Gross. Here's Belgrave's chance. Can they get a mark here? No. Playing in front was Thomas. Thomas plays on straight away. Kicks the ball out wide. Got there on the half volley. It was nicely for Van Haren, who gave it off to Webb, who kicks it to Van Rossen. Van Rossen short. Look at this. They're queuing up. Here's Collyhole. Collyhole could have given it off to Donadell, but he ignores him. Collyhole goes now. Short ball. Delightful. Delightful football. And the mark has been taken by White. He's directly in front. Has he kicked a goal yet today? No, he hasn't. He's kicked 2 behinds.
Good opportunity, though, from 30 out directly in front, but not going to put the blocker on him.
Shouldn't miss, Aidan.
Oh, no.
Shouldn't miss.
So 24th behind coming up here for the Bombers. Oh, no, he's kicked it. Well done, Liam.
Never in doubt.
14-23, 107-055. The 100-point margin comes up for the Bombers. Not what the Belgrave fans want to hear, but that is the story here at Emerald today. 14-23, 107 plays at 055. And we've been going 31 minutes into the third quarter.
Just waiting for the football to come back. It's gone into the bushes. Probably a few brown snakes in there.
Oh, probably not quite yet. Just a little bit too cold for the Snakes, but we'll have a quick look at scores from around the grounds here. And Seville 17-15, 117 leading Hillsville 3-4-22 on the Brookers, getting a bit of a break now. Berwick Springs 7-13 55 to Gembrook Cockatoo 12-8-80.
Just got a text from Leo.
Yep.
Never in doubt.
Never in doubt.
Still waiting for the footy. There it comes. Eventually made its way back into the hands. 31.5 minutes gone. 6-goal quarter for Emerald. 6-8. So they've had 14 shots, Aidan. And they've had 37-5 for the game. It's unheard of.
Yep.
Unheard of. Ball back in the middle. Paul in the ruck against McDermott. Paul just sort of played from behind there. Couldn't quite get free. And good tackle there straight away by Paul. Followed up his good work in the ruck there. Wrapping up on Johns there in the middle. So we'll go again. Paul with the hit out. Comes to ground. Pemberton slung. Got the handball away just in time, but still more or less held without the football. Here's a chance. Ball out wide. Here's a mark for Weiss. Are they a chance before three-quarter time? No, that kicks a 2-on-1. That's no good. And the ball has been fisted away and will find the sanctuary at the boundary line, you would think. But no, it's well kept in by Thomas. Thomas put Webb under a bit of pressure. Webb might have dragged it in. And it's a ball up. No, good umpiring from these two. Right in front of the boundary line. So it'll come back a metre or so. Or a metre or two. Yep, it does so indeed. From the restart. Tapping his over his head was Paul. Clearing handball. Oh, they're away again. Here's Collie Hole. Had another good game as Collie Hole. And that kick is just awesome. Van Rossen looking for someone. Top of the square. 2-on-1. Brings it down. What a mark. Quality football from the Bombers. Oh, this is a deserved goal here, you'd feel. It's Van Haren again, who hasn't joined the goal party, but well and truly in the point party. He's kicked 2 behinds on the day, and this is for Emerald's 15th. This is for their 7th of the quarter. He's directly in front, 15 metres out to the Gembrook end, and he slams it through.
First goal for Noah Van Haren, 108-point margin. 15-23, 113 now plays 0-5-5. And we've been going almost 34 minutes into this third quarter. So first 2 quarters are pretty short. This one here got a bit more length on it. Well, that's all right. As we look around the grounds, and the Brookers out to a 31-point lead now. Seville, 96 points. And obviously Emerald out to 108 points. So looks like Gembrook Cockatoo might be able to hold off the Titans.
Indeed, Aidan. The ball has made its way back into the middle. 38 scoring shots to 5. 34 minutes gone into the 35th minute of play. Pushed out of it was Hoy. Easy decision. He'll get the free kick. Can they get another one before 3-quarter time?
Possibly. So Hoy's got the ball here in the centre, and he's going to load up onto the right boot. Don't think anyone's going to be able to mark this. Chin's out the back, though, and the siren beats him. So scores here at 3-quarter time. Emerald 15-23. Lead Belgrave 0-5-5. And 108-point margin going into the final change. And they're in all sorts of trouble here, the Pies. It's not been their day, and gee, had of Emerald kick straight as well. The damage could have been a lot worse as well. And we are just about ready to go.
We are now, Aidan.
There we go, and final quarter underway. It's Emerald by 108 points.
Very specific, Aidan.
That's it. And Hoy just got a little fingertipper on it. Handball comes out to Petter. Petter wobbled that handball to Donadell. Actually, this is Donadell right now. He got into a little bit of trouble. He was well corralled. They just paddle the ball forward here for the time being. And it's a free kick for below the knees, and Belgrave get the ball moving forward here. Good mark taken. That was nicely done there by Somerville. Somerville puts the ball inside 50. Dawson's there, but he couldn't take the mark. Picking it up at ground level was Allison for Emerald. Do they keep it in play? It doesn't look like it. So it'll be thrown into play in the forward pocket here for the Pies. Actually, that'll be pulled up. So just didn't quite make it over the boundary line. Paul on the tap. Got it down to a teammate there in Thomas. And they're away here now, the Bombers, but someone's got to get it at ground level first. No clear possession for either side. Huge numbers around the ball, and it's going to be balled up inside the centre square. So winning the tap down again there was Paul. Here's Matthews. Just knocked it forward, and there might be a chance here. This is Wood. Kicks to the top of the goal square, and here's a mark. And it's taken by that man there, Dawson.
I hate to say it. Put it in the book.
Oh, goodness gracious me. So Nathan Dawson, who's probably one of Belgrave's better players today, has had to play forward and in the ruck and had a little bit of the ball. Presented a bit of an option up forward, but unfortunately for him, the ball just hasn't really been going down there for him to have much opportunity. But what good opportunities ever. From 20 metres out directly in front, Liam Vertigan may have put the mocker on him, but we'll see how he goes.
He'll kick it.
He comes in. It straightens up, and finally Belgrave have got a goal. 15-23, 113. It plays 1-5-11. Nathan Dawson kicks the Pies' first goal.
Floodgates. Absolute floodgates are now. Well, they got their goal.
Yep.
They did deserve that. They deserve a couple of more, I feel, but 102 points, 15-23, plays 1-5, 2.5 gone, last quarter.
Just having a bit of a yawn there as Liam. He's a bit tired.
Yeah, didn't sleep too well last night, Aidan. Big day tomorrow. Lucky for you, you're not there.
Lucky for me, I wanted to be there.
I'm still upset with you. All back in the middle.
I didn't have much choice.
Yes, head out of the ruck. Comes to ground. Spinning and getting a kick away was Wood. And here they go again. There was that man, actually.
Here he is.
Matthews.
Oh.
Trying to barge his way through. He's taking the ground. Is that holding? No, holding the ball.
No sense of theatre there from the umpire. Didn't want him
they probably don't know. They fisted away there that time from Van Rossen out of bounds for a throw-in, Aidan.
Yep.
So, into play again now. Ball comes to the front, bobbling around the centre square, pushing the backs, the adjudication. That's going the way of Petter. He's had a magnificent season. Petter gives it off. Hansen to Carazoni, back to Hansen, and to Donadell. So they're just approaching it very, very slowly for the time being. And it went through the hands there of Rich for the time being. Little kick away there that time from Facey. Petter, Carazoni, head over the football, couldn't quite grab it. Handball came from Abson to Johns to Woods, back to Johns. He's probably taken a bit too high there, although umpire would say you ducked into it. Donadell to Donders to Petter. They're linking up. Petter switches play, and they could be on the outer side. And they are so indeed. They're 55 out from home. Settling could probably have a go from there. Ops to pass in the direction of Rich. Rich got there on the half ollie. Can't quite keep it in. Out of bounds for a throw-in. Aidan, you can take over for a minute.
As Liam just needs to do a quick update on the horses, but the ball's going to be thrown back into play.
AFLW scores, mate. Got to keep the people up to date.
You're in the sports bet up there for a moment anyway to get the ball moving away. A long kick coming from Sprouse, but it's turned over and Emerald are going to head back inside 50 straight away. Mitch Thomas, who's had a really good game today, tries to kick it to that man in Hoy, but the ball's just thumped away from him. There's going to be a throw-in right in front of the scoreboard here at Emerald. 5 minutes into the final quarter.
Just waiting for it to come back in.
And ball eventually thrown back into play with front position was Hoy, but just taking it there was McDermott. He's been penalised for a push. So Hoy with the opportunity to line up for goal number 5 here today. He's been one of the better players. Been very good in the ruck and when he's had to go up forward as well. So out of the mark at 45 metres. In comes Lockie Hoy. Journey not a problem, but the accuracy is 15-24, 114. Plays at 1-5-11. We've been going 6 minutes into the final quarter.
So 114 plays 11. And now it's Kavara out of full-back. He's been doing that an awful lot today, playing on and just kicking for distance, and that's just not good. There's Collyhole. Collyhole inside 50. Shelling Peas. Mark take it again. Looks like Kronorak.
It is.
Yeah, it is. So,
kick 3 this afternoon as well, Kronorak.
It's been very good, Aidan.
So you line up man of the mark again at 45. Lockie Kronorak gives it plenty of distance. Has it got the accuracy? Yes, it has. So first goal of the final quarter for Emerald. 16-24, 120. It plays 1-5-11. We've now been going 7 minutes into the final quarter.
109 points.
The Bombers out to a 109-point margin. Can you believe? And Fawns well and truly in the book here for the 2022 season. And they'll play Berwick Springs next week in an elimination final. What a game that'll be, Liam.
Will be a great game, Aidan. The improvers of season 2022. Well, the surprise packet, I should say, of season 2022. And the team that's just going to get there in the end. But a very impressive side nonetheless. The Emerald Football Club as the ball's back in the middle. Hit out of the ruck by Paul. Comes out the back. First one there was Wood. And can they clear it from here? Not quite. Here is a chance for Belgrave going through Samaris, I should say. Gets to ground. Pemberton overran it. Here's a chance for Webb. Webb got it away. Handball over the top. Went to Dawson, and he's kicked it behind. 1-6 plays 16-24, Aidan.
Yep, that's it. So back down to 108 points. They've just had trouble in front of the big sticks all day, have Emerald, but hasn't really mattered because Belgrave, very rare opportunities in front of goal. 40 scoring shots now to 7, would you believe? And Emerald now to bring the ball back into play, and they've done this pretty well for most of the day. Been able to link up, kick to a 1-on-1 contest, just tapped up. Trying to keep it in play there was Matthews, but couldn't do so. It's going to be thrown back into play here. So ball thrown back into play. Ball's just tapped up. Got a handball away there was Petter. Now it's with Seskis. Seskis kick up the line to no one in particular. It'll probably just trickle over the boundary line, which it does. So Vandry thrown on the outer side wing. Not a bad result for the Bombers. Just getting that ball moving forward. So a good throw in here. Petter was in the ruck by the look of it. Bit of an interesting one, but anyway, good chance here for the Bombers. The handball to Hanson took forever to get to him. In fact, it never got to him in the end. Wood got in there and cut it off. Now the handball comes out here to Collyhole, who's just under a bit of pressure. Strong tackle lay there on Hurst. And it'll be balled up in the middle of the ground. So Paul to go at it with Samaris. And they're inside 50 once again here. No, they're not. Good intercept mark taken there by Kavara. He's had plenty of the ball today. So Kavara just assesses the options. Just goes with a long kick down the middle of the ground. Ember with all the numbers here though. And Hanson takes a good strong mark. Got rid of his man Matthews. And Hanson loads up with a long kick in the direction of Cal White, who's all on his own. And he won't want to waste any time. Puts that ball inside 50. But beautifully read there. Very nicely done that time by Jack Wensley. And he'll go wide with that kick, Liam.
Yeah, he does. Goes in the direction of Johns. Johns let it bounce. He kicks it away. And that was a nice bullet pass. And the mark's taken by Wise. Wise plays on. Went past his teammate. But did nicely. Here's Pemberton. Pemberton into an open goal. Finishes nicely.
Second goal of the day there for Belgrave, and it's back down to 102 points for the moment. So just getting a few consolation prizes in this final quarter here, Liam.
Yeah, they are indeed. That was a nice finish there by Liam Pemberton. Got the footy, went for a bit of a run. He had the open goal, and he just thought, you know what, why not? I'll finish off here. And it's nicely done. Good footy overall there by Belgrave. Good link-up play.
So back in the middle of the ground now. Lockie Hoy to go at it in the ruck again. He'll be up against Samaris. Hoy got the tap down, but reading it there, it was Johns. Emerald seemed to have the numbers here, getting a little kick away that time there was Gijanovic. Picked up by Hoy. No, not quite picked up. Now he gets it under his control. Taken in a tackle straight away. Wanted a free kick for a hole. Didn't get it. Anyone's ball here at ground level. Pemberton got a handball out there to Wood. Couldn't quite take it cleanly. Getting a handball forward there was Seskis. Kick inside 50. Free kick. I think it's going the way of Belgrave here for below the knees.
I think he might be carding him here too.
He has too. Is that a red card, I think, as well?
It is. I think it is a red.
It looked like a red. It is. So John Wood with a red card. And getting a bit of a send-off there from the crowd. Or Jaden Wood, I should say. And so there's going to be a shot at goal here, and it will be taken by Jordan Donadell. So this to stretch the lead back out to 108 points. So didn't quite see the incident there.
No, neither did I. That's his day done.
Yep,
that's his year done.
Jaden Wood done for the rest of the day.
That's John's, mate.
No, it was Jaden Wood. John's has just gone off on the interchange. So Donadell puts it through for Emerald's 17th goal of the afternoon. 17-24, 126 plays Belgrave 2-6-18. And we've begun about 10 minutes into the final, 13 minutes in fact, in the final quarter.
I think you actually find it was Johns that actually got the card.
Well, it looked like... I know Johns just went off then. Oh, hang on.
It did go
off. No, it was Johns, you're right. Yep, because Jade Wood's still out there. Yeah, no, you're right.
Aiden should never doubt me.
Oh, but I should. I've had to correct you that many times this season. Oh, don't say that to me.
I can't wait for the end of the season, Aiden.
You
and Leo bully me.
Oh, you give me plenty of barbs as well, Liam. Like before.
Deserved.
Here we go. Oh, here we go.
Boy.
The most hypocritical bloke in the Yarra Valley, Liam Vertigan. Anyway, the ball's inside forward 50 as he has a bit of a giggle. Can they get an 18th goal here? Oh. Taking the strong tackle is Cal White. Umpire calls for a ball up.
Oh, stop wrestling, boys. Just play the game. Come on.
Liam just wants to get home to be able to watch the footy. He doesn't want to see this. Anyway.
Started to get to that stage, Aiden.
So Steve Paul in the ruck here for Emerald. And looks like Wood's going to go up at it with him. Wood won the tap as well. So did well there to beat the big man in Paul. Belgrave get a kick forward. And they've got some numbers around the ball, but Emerald get some numbers around it too as well. Matthews got a handball out to Wood. Long ball to the kick in the centre. Dawson's there, but he's surrounded by plenty of Emerald players, and taking it cleanly and doing it beautifully was Webb. Long kick out wide here to Hoy. Hoy takes the mark. Now he's going to go back in ball with the kick here. Not a bad one. Can Petter get onto it? No, he can't, but he gets it at ground level now. That's an interesting kick. It's going to be cut up by Pemberton. Pemberton handball to Matthews. Matthews onto the left foot, but a terrible kick, and it's turned over. Mitch Thomas goes out wide here to Hanson. Hanson's just going to load up on the right boot. Not a bad kick. Plenty of options. No talk, though, amongst the forwards here for Emerald. Getting a handball away eventually here. I think it was Geordie Donadell. Van Haar with a handball out to that man in Rich. A long kick towards the goals. Chin's there. But it's over his head and it's through for a behind. So another behind here for Emerald. Josh Rich with his fourth behind for the day. 17-25, 127 plays 2-6-18 Liam.
Yeah, 17-25. God. 42 scoring shots, Aiden.
Yep, that's it.
To 8.
So some scores around the grounds here as well. Seville 23-18, 156, leading Hillsville 8-4-52. Jembra Cockatoo 15-9-99, leading Berwick Springs 9-14, 68.
I'll say it again, as Leo would say, the Brookers never in doubt. Ball high from Hamilton to a 2-on-1. And it's just shelling piece for Collie Hole, who marks and kicks to the middle where Webb was waiting. I don't think I've seen a more comprehensive win this year than today.
Not from the broadcast point of view, anyway.
Exactly. Here's Carazoni. Yeah, well picked up, Aiden. And there's Facey. Facey down the line. And 3 Bombers players went to spoil that football there. Hoy came in to provide some reinforcements. Collie Hole out the back to Gross. And that time in the middle. Pemberton got it on the half volley, but Donadell picked it up. Donadell wheels around, goes for a little bit of a run. He'll kick inside in direction of Chin. Chin got it on the half volley. Spun his opponent inside out. Gave the handball over the top there that time. Did quite nicely. And Belgrave just relieved for the time being, although there's that rushed kick and hope. Goes out wide, bounced unkindly. Aiden liked it. Ball back to the middle. Wave kick, fisting away there that time was Donders. And now here go Emerald again. They've just got players everywhere at the moment. They've just got the handball away in time. Umpire really nearly went to blow the whistle, Aiden. And here's another chance. Inside forward 50. Donadell.
There's plenty of players. White's all on his own. Don't go for him.
Donadell over the top. Collie Hole Collie-Hole to the pocket. 2-on-1. Ball to ground. Oh, it's going to happen here. Oh, I don't know if that's a goal. Yep, I agree. I concur.
26 behinds now for Emerald. 17-26, 128 plays 2-6-18.
Take the call, Donk.
7.5 minutes gone into the final quarter, and Kavara. He will have had plenty of disposal today playing in from these kick-ins. He's taken nearly all 26. And just hits up the short option there in Hurst. So Hurst just looks afield. Long kick into the middle of the ground might work out okay, but again, Emerald have just got all the numbers here. Ellison with a kick forward. Under it is Webb. Webb just had it knocked away from him. Running hard for it here is Carasoni. He's under a bit of pressure, Carasoni. Just knocked the ball out to Webb once again. Webb got a bit of a handball here towards Seskus. That's going to be thrown back into play. So nearing time on in this final quarter and nearing the start of the qualifying final between Geelong and Collingwood as Liam Vertigan gets a bit nervous.
Very nervous.
Thrown back into play once again. Hoy got the tap down. Pemberton read it though. And a repeat stoppages here, just in the middle of the ground.
I've got a feeling by the time we finish and Cam will bounce up out here and say, oh, we've kicked the first 3 goals.
Yeah, maybe something like that, long, high up and under ball. Webb's under it, and Webb takes the mark. And he just goes inboard with a kick here, and that's a pretty good one. Finds his team out there in Gross, and they load up here again, Emerald. Good kick to White with strong hands. So man of the mark, right on the arc of 50. Does White reckon he's got the journey? I think he might.
No, he's going to pass.
He's darting his eyes around. So Carasoni told to get out of the zone, so White's going to have to kick it again. Got to come all the way back. And this won't make Liam very happy at all. Precious seconds ticking away. And the umpire's got to call time on once again. Yep, there he goes. So Cal White. Looks like he might be loading up for the set shot now. May as well. Long high kick into the forward pocket. Chin's there. Chin can't quite take the mark. It's going to be thrown back into play. The Emerald faithful over there wanting a free kick for Chin, but they're not going to get it, Liam.
No, they're not, Aiden. Well, 110-point lead as the table starts to shake a little bit. Aiden must be cold. Ball back in. Clears the ruckman, comes out the back. A little bit of clear air there that time for Sprules. He lost it straight away. Over the top there that time was McDermott. Handball over the top. Came. That's not 15 metres. Okay. Kavara crosses a play. Here's Boundy. Boundy goes short. Brave little pass, but no, it's a nice mark. Wensley. Next move, what's he going to do? Wensley goes down the line, and it's taken over. Football's gone into the people.
Yep. Right underneath us at the moment.
Yep. Been a nice day sitting up on the balcony, and that's not going to help. Kicking the footy right into the flagpole.
1 in 100 of that.
Yep. Something I'd do, dead set.
He couldn't have done that if he tried.
Nah.
or she. We can't actually see who it was under there.
Oh, it's legitimately something I'd do without intention, and it just happens. Ball up in the ruck, came down. Rich handballed over the top to Gottschalk. And he goes out wide, and the mark has been taken, so slow old methodical approach here for Emerald. They go inside the forward 50 now. Who's going to be here at the fall of the ball? That's going to come out the back just about, or nearly tapping it to his own advantage was Van Haren. Barging his way through. Oh, delightful football, Emerald. Mitch Gottschalk joins the party. He kicks his first of the afternoon. And there's Emerald's 18th. 18-26, 134. Plays 2-6-18. Oh, well read at the bottom of the floor and snapping around the body, Aiden, and finishing beautifully.
Gee, and a big celebration there with the crowd, Mitchy Gottschalk, and gotta love it. So 18-26, 134. Now plays 2-6-18. We're 22 minutes into the final quarter, so it can't be too long left. Bombers have had a very strong win today, and as we said for most of this last quarter, they will hold their position in finals. There was a lot of conjecture whether Hillsville might be able to steal it from them, but it's not going to be the case. They are going to hold on. Hillsville have lost anyway, so whether Emerald wanted it or not ultimately wouldn't have mattered. But you still want to be able to win the game and they go into finals with a bit of confidence. So the ball's back in the middle now. Looks like Big Lockie Hoy's back in the ruck, and he's going to go up against McDermott, who's had those ruck duties for Belgrave for most of the day. And McDermott wins the tap down. Couldn't quite get it to his teammate there in Hurst. And they might be away again here. This is Hoy. Campbell, he had a plethora of options there. Geordie Donadell taking in a tackle. Is that holding the ball? Yes, it is.
Took his legs, I would have thought.
We'll back the umpire into this one. Hurst just goes out wide with a kick here to Wood. Good strong mark from Wood. Darts around, looks for options. And kicks straight into the man of the mark, but he'll have another go at it, Wood. That kick, a bit of a funny one. It might work out okay, though, and it does. So, handball back here to a teammate now, and Abson under a bit of pressure here. Who's going to get it at ground level? Looks like it'll be Donders. Donders handballs all the way back to Rich. Rich faked the kick a couple of times, eventually got it away. Hanson's just going to take him on. Handball over the top to Donadell, and they're away here, Emerald. Inside forward 50. Is that Chin? It is Chin. He's kicked 4 behinds today. I'd written him down for a goal in the first minute of play, Liam, and it's still there. So hopefully he'll kick the goal and won't make me look silly.
Aiden, can't miss.
Oh, what have you done? You're not getting a ride home now, Liam, if he misses this.
I need to, Aiden. I need to watch the football. I need to watch the pussies get home today.
You shouldn't have put the blocker on.
He's going to kick it, mate.
Come on, Paddy. Oh, he's going to kick it, is he? It's fallen short.
Never in doubt.
All right, you're going to have to get the bus.
Bummer. 18-27, 135, Aiden. To 2-6-18. He might get another chance, Aiden.
There's not a lot of time left. There's already been about 25 minutes gone into this final quarter.
Ball comes out the back. Here is Wood. Goes backwards. And they'll go down the line once again, Belgrave. Nearly clears the pack, but the mark has been taken here this time by Dawson. Dawson down the line. Fisted away, comes to ground. Weiss is the man at the bottom. Handball was very, very dangerous, and it put Matthews under pressure. That ball goes high.
Oh, that's a good
well
mark
marked out the back. Yeah, Mitchy Thomas.
That ball had snow on it.
Goes out wide to Webb. Webb to Hanson. Hanson just waiting. Goes now. And just slowly bringing the ball forward again, Emerald. Oh, here they go again. Here's Donadell. He'll get within range and have a go. No, he won't. He'll go short. And I think that's got there, and it has, and the mark has been taken by White. And we're a minute away from the start at the MCG. Come on, Geelong. Still got a task at hand first. Here's White for Emerald's 19th. On his approach now, kicking from 35. Kick is on the way. Goal umpire only shuffles ever so slightly, and it's a goal. Another one on the board. 19-27, 141 plays 2-6-18. Deep into time on in the final quarter, Aiden.
1927, isn't that the year that Leo was born?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I actually don't.
No, he's born in 1954.
He wouldn't want me guessing, because he'd be very offended by that, of course. He'd probably give you a smack.
Yeah, he probably would have given me a smack if he was here. But that's all right. The ball goes back in the middle. 26 minutes into this final quarter. The margin's now out to 123 points. And Noy up against McDermott. McDermott won the tap. But again, Petter getting the handball out to his teammate there in Webb. Long kick out to the wing. Donadell can't quite take the mark. Was he taken without it? Umpire said it's all good. Couldn't quite get the handball away, Donadell. Now picking up at ground level and doing a good job was Abson. Abson kicks it to half forward. Plenty of numbers here for both teams, but eventually it's Emerald who get the ball under the control. Nicely done by Webb. He gets it to Mitch Thomas, who's had a really good game today. A long kick here to the outer side wing. No mark was taken. Umpire said it was, though. That's going to be paid to McDermott. McDermott loads up on the left to centre half forward. Was there a bit of a nudge? Yes, there was. And Matthews, is that Matthews down at full forward? No, it's not.
He just handballed the ball off, mate, and he's snuck back down there now.
He's on his own. You've got to get it to him. Oh, no sense of theatre at all. That is What is Anthony Johnson thinking? He's just gone along to the top of the goal square. The man of the moment was all on his own, Liam, and it's rushed through for a behind. So down to 122-point margin now. 19-27, 141 plays 2-7-19. Kick wide to Donders. Donders loads up on the right boot. But this kick to the advantage of Wensley, who takes a good mark, and he's just going to wheel onto that right boot, but the kick smothered. Now picking it up here for Emerald is Sprouse. He's under a bit of pressure, though. Burrowing in the pack there is Van Rossum. And the umpire's going to ball it up. So Hoy to go against McDermott once again. Hoy just got a little fingertipper on it. Down to that man in Matthews. And it's going to be balled up. So repeat stoppages on the wing right in front of both coaches' boxes here. Hoy, a very interesting tap there, and that also sees the end of the game. Lockie Hoy looks to be in a little bit of trouble, actually. I think he hit his head, so that's not what we want to see at all. He's actually in real strife here, Liam, but nonetheless, that is the end of the game, and the final scores here, 19-27, 141. Emerald, they've defeated Belgrave 2-7-19, 122-point victory, and what a way to go into finals, but victory might have been soured by Lockie Hoy, who's hurt himself badly, Liam, right on that final siren.
Yeah, not good, Ed. We don't like seeing those.
No, we don't like seeing that.
Very slow to get to his feet, unfortunately, still in the hands of the trainers. How long did that quarter just go for, mate? Can you just unlock your phone so I can just write that down? Take
29 minutes.
Yeah, I'll say about 28 and a half. Take some time off the clock there. So it is Emerald victorious. They'll play finals in season 2022. A convincing victory, if you don't mind. Goal kickers, 1 for Josh Rich, 4 to Lockie Hoy, 1 to Josh Webb, 2 to Callum White, 1 to Mitch Thomas, 1 to Geordie Donadell, 1 to Isaac Van Rossen, 2 to Lockie Cullyhole, 4 to Lockie Kronorak, 1 to Mitch Gottschalken, 1 to Noah Van Haren, sorry. And as for Belgrave, 1 to Liam Pemberton, 1 to Liam Dawson. So there were your major goal kickers. Umpires have just left the ground as we speak. Lockie Hoy's got up, Aiden. I think he's all right now. And so what we're going to do is we'll take a break for 2 minutes, collect our final thoughts, and we'll wrap up what's been the final day of home and away football in Division 1 across the Outer East. Joey, thank you very much. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.